Hello, 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 everybody. So good to see everyone coming into the chat. We're live from New York City. This is Display TV. I am your host, Sarah Pribis, and I'm so happy to see you all. I'm so happy it's Thursday. I'm so happy we made it through the week almost, right? Seriously though, every single week I start out and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. And then before I know it, it is the end of the week. And here we are again. What hashtags have we been using on Thursdays? Do we like Thirsty Thursday, Thursday Thrill Ride, Throwback Thursday? What are the other hashtags that you use on a Thursday? I did get some ideas from going through content today, and we'll definitely be showing off some of those later. So a couple of those hashtags are mentioned, but like, do we have a favorite hashtag? Do we have one that's like our go-to on Thursdays? Let me know. Hey, David Gar, hello. Muhammad, hello, Lauren Killer and Mystical Melita. What a treat. So happy to have you. We're talking favorite hashtags for Thursday. We are. So if you got one, throw it in the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to make things easy for you. Everyone's being a little bit quiet today, and that's fine because I always have tons to say. But I'm going to give you multiple choice. I want to know what's still open on your work week bingo card, right? If we were playing bingo, using your work week, what haven't you checked off yet? Send a strongly worded email, slept through the alarm, get cornered by that coworker, be that coworker. Okay, well, I definitely have been that coworker this week. There was a day, if you were here, you know I spilled makeup all over my pants and I made Chaz cry. I did. I made Chaz cry. And then I did get cornered by him later. Things didn't end well. Haven't slept through the alarm, so I guess that would be mine. But let's see what everybody else is choosing. Okay, we've got 35% saying that they have not yet sent a strongly worded email, and that is good. You know, I do try to keep that rule of thumb where I pause before sending, because right, a lot of times when you're in the heat of the moment, you could say something that you regret, and then you go back and you're like, unsend, and that is just never an option. Is it an option? Do I not know about this? Is this a thing that like you can unsend an email? If so, please let me know. Oh, and most of you haven't slept through the alarm this week either. Very good. You know, fun fact about me is I never set an alarm. I just wake up automatically. Is that a humble brag? Is that a low-key flex? I actually consider it annoying that my body just automatically wakes me up. It doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday, I've got the day off. If I'm super, super tired, my body's just like clockwork. It wakes me up. Thank you, Shiza. I really appreciate that. Okay, so, the good news is, regardless of what your answer in that poll was, we are almost there, right? It's Thursday Junior. We're almost to Friday and almost to the weekend. And then we get to refresh that entire bingo card and start again. Jenny says, you're lucky. I need that jolt. Jenny, I don't know. Again, it depends on the way that you look at it. Cause like I do wish that some days my body's like, please just let me sleep in. I really need to sleep in. Mystical Melita is wishing everyone well. And Kathy Davis, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see you. We're just having a fabulous Thursday hang tonight. So guys, let me tell you what's going on, what's happening in the show tonight. So first things first, we are of course going to talk about how to earn money on display. We are going to talk about customer care. Then we're going to give away a trivia answer because we got trivia coming up 25 minutes from now. We're playing for $500 if you can answer 10 questions correctly. And I want to make sure you have a head start because you're here early, so I'm going to give you one of those answers. And then we're going to show off some original content. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Chaz, what are you saying in the chat? What does Sarah's shirt remind you of? Oh, I know. He's insinuating that I look like a certain character from children's book, fairy tale, what do you call it? Movie, whatever version you've seen, right? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess what all my coworkers have been teasing me about today and what they say that I look like? Anybody? Going once, going twice? Nope. Sold to Chaz May. Shall I recreate my version next to it? Who wore it better, guys? Huh? Me or the Cheshire Cat? Let's take another look. Let's see. Who wore it better? Sarah, I need those yellow contacts though, really. Who wore it best? You better be voting for me. I just realized that there's a poll up. That's not fair. This is a pretty good Halloween costume though, right? I did not do this intentionally. But I do think these are nice colors, right? Yeah, we love it. All right, let's see. Oh, thank you, friends. Thank you. Yes, 83% of you know who gives you the money every single night. And I'll tell you what, it's not the Cheshire Cat. No, it's not. It is the Sarah Pribis, the quizzing queen. She's the one that gives you the $500 every night, so you know how you should answer that, right? But do we like it? I mean, is it okay that I look like the Cheshire Cat? You know, as I adjust my hair looking in the monitor. But right? The colors are nice. It's not in a bad way. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. I don't know why I'm asking for everyone's approval. I should wear whatever I want to wear. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks as long as it makes me happy. And honestly, that's a good way to abide by, you know, posting, right? If you're posting content that genuinely brings you joy and makes you happy, keep posting it. It should be a source of joy. It should be a source of inspiration. Because I guarantee you, if you like what you're doing, it's going to help you show up more consistently on this app, and it's going to help you earn more money. Thank you, Kathy Davis. Chaz, that is rude. Rude. He said, I would rather work with a cat, and I'm allergic. Did you ever think that you might have an allergy to me, Chaz? I think that's possible. You should start taking Benadryl before you come in here. And honestly, then you might get a little sleepy, and you might be easier to work with. Wow. Wow. Chaz has jokes tonight. I see how it is. Okay. All right. Let's get on to the main event, shall we? We're talking about how to earn money on display, of course. And the bottom line is, if you're posting on this app consistently, you're engaging with your audience, with other people, you're probably earning some money, hopefully a little bit extra. Maybe you can buy a coffee or buy a cool shirt like this and look like the Cheshire Cat. But let's talk about exactly how those earnings are going to be coming in for you. So once you're posting, you'll notice that your content is likely coming up on other people's timelines or feeds, the same way their content is coming up on yours. So every 3 posts, you'll see an ad. The money from that ad goes 50% to display and 50% to the 3 creators whose posts appear above that ad. So again, you gotta make sure your content is out there. If there's no content out there to be appearing in other people's timelines or feeds, then there's no way for you actually to be earning money. So make sure you're posting. You know, maybe set yourself a small goal. You know, maybe 1 post a week at first, or 1 post a day. I don't know what feels realistic for you, but again, I want it to be fun for you. You should find something that's easy, you know, go through your day. What can you post? You know, maybe you go for a nice walk and you take a photo of the view. Maybe you take a photo of whatever you made yourself for dinner. What are we eating for dinner? This is one of my favorite topics, of course. What are we eating for dinner tonight? Okay, so right, you've got your dividends payments. That's the first one that I'm referencing, and that's how it would show up in your display bank account. The second one would be your support me, your supports. So this is basically a way that you can help other creators earn money, and they can do the same for you. This is a little yellow S. It says support me. It's on the bottom right of another creator's post. So you got your likes, your comments, your shares, and those are all great ways to tell a creator that you like their content, right? Hit that like button, comment something specific. Say, hey, I really love the story that you told with this photo, or your cat is so cute, whatever it is, right? Try to make it specific so they know what you liked about it. And sharing is great, because if you share somebody's photo or their video, then it starts to circulate in other people's timelines and feeds that might not follow them. So more exposure, more dividends payments for them. So that's valuable as well. And the support me button, when you tap that, you will watch an ad. So as the person tapping support me, you will watch an ad. The money from that ad goes 50% to display and 50% to the creator that you just supported. All you gotta do is watch an ad all the way through. And I say all the way through. Sometimes it's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, usually not much longer than that. Maybe 30 max, okay? But you watch it all the way through, you'll see at the top it says, thank you, so-and-so, for your support. And then you know that you just helped a creator earn money without any money out of your own pocket or your own display bank account, right? That is just because the advertisers are paying to have that ad there, to have those eyeballs on that ad, they're paying for it. So you just have to take the time to actually tap the button and watch the ad. Now, the third way that you earn money on display is by inviting your friends. Get them in here. Tell them we have trivia every single weeknight for $500. Tell them they can actually get paid to post here, right? Unlike other social media platforms where likely you need sort of a sponsored post or brand deals or like a certain number of followers. Here, you actually you could put up that same content and actually start to earn a little bit for taking the time to put it here. So let them know. And the reason I want you to let them know is because you actually get a 10% referral bonus. So what you'll do to invite your friends specifically is go to your main menu and you'll see that you have an invite your friends button. So you're gonna tap on that. And then you're going to see that you have a couple of options. You can copy the link, you can invite your contacts, or you can tap on the QR code, generate any of those. And that is how we trace that new person to you. So we have to be able to trace your referral to you. So make sure you're using one of those 3 options. And then you get 10% of whatever they end up making forever and ever and ever till the end, right? So let's say it takes them a minute to set up a profile, but then they start earning money. They earn $10, you make 1. Eventually they make 100, you make 10, just because you brought them here. You can actually see them under your family tree, see who you told about display, who actually signed up underneath you. So invite your friends, support, and your dividends payments, which is the content that's just naturally circulating in other people's timelines or feeds. Those are the 3 ways that you earn money on display. Jenny, that is a great question, and I honestly don't know the answer to it. What is the maximum number of comments that you can leave per day? You ran out. Jenny, you know what that tells me? That you were so giving and so generous that you actually engaged with so many posts that you ran out of comments. But I'll look into that and I'll get you back an answer. Don't you worry. Great question, and I love to see that you're using your comments so much so that you ran out. Shiza19 said, I posted spaghetti today. I cooked. I love it. Did it turn out well? Was it good? Was it edible? Was it yummy? Kathy Davis posted a pic of the food, of course. I assume that's what we're referencing. I love that. And Newness Wendy ran out of supports. Okay, so we are using these features to the max, some of us. Good students, teachers' pets, in a good way. I love being teacher's pet. I was literally voted biggest teacher's pet in high school. So like, love for my teacher's pets. Well done. Hey, Rahul, welcome on in. All right, well, let's move on to our next topic, which is Display TV, which you're watching right now. So you already know about this. This is our channel that we've developed just for you. It's our own programming. And let me tell you something, right here at Display TV, a lot is coming soon, a lot. We've got our studio in New York City. We're making big plans to get you some new shows, and I am very, very excited about what we have in store for you. But for now, let's go through our roster of programming that we've got available to all of you. So on Wednesdays, we have Evie Cisco's show, Conectate Explore. It's our travel show. It's in Spanglish. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern. She's traveling the world with her husband and her son. They go to all kinds of cool destinations. She talks to other travel influencers, so I definitely recommend checking that out. On Thursdays, which is today, we've got Lauren Elise, Harmony and Hughes. This was at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you missed it, don't worry. We're gonna play it again after trivia tonight. And she talks to all kinds of artists, visual artists, musicians, filmmakers, all kinds of different artists, and has incredible conversations. So definitely make sure that you are checking that out after trivia if you want to see what we got. Okay, you're watching this one already? Yes, Sarah Pribis live on Display TV. Woohoo, that's me. I don't know if you recognized her, but that was me. Okay, and then after this show every single night, we've got trivia for $500. You answer 10 questions, and if you get them all right, like I said, you win $500. There's not much more to it than that. But listen, if it's too hard for you, that's why you gotta be posting on display. So, okay, I wanna know what kinds of programming, what kinds of shows are you excited to be seeing, right? I kind of teased that we have a lot of new stuff coming out. And again, we want your input, we want your feedback, so let me know. You wanna see documentary, news, comedy, or scripted? Which one sounds most exciting to you? This changes every week. We put those up, and I feel like every single week we get a new answer, which means you guys just want more. You're like, give me new programming. I want to binge all the shows, and I love that. Right now, we got documentary taking the lead. I feel like documentaries are very trendy right now, right? All these documentary, at least, or docu-style series. Very, very trendy. I'm enjoying it. I just watched the newest episode of The Dropout. Very good stuff. I'm also halfway through Bad Vegan. 36% of you are saying comedy. I would love to get some stand-ups in here, or maybe like an improv show or a sketch show. That would be a lot of fun. And then 21% of you want to see the news. Barely any of you want to see scripted. You're like, we got that. We got that on the other streaming platforms. We don't need it here. Very cool. Well, thanks for your input. And I can't wait. I can't wait to unveil more very, very soon. Okay, now let's say you've been using display and I don't know, you're running into something like you ran out of supports, you ran out of comments, like Jenny Girl was saying, like Newness Wendy was saying, right? And you have an immediate question and you cannot wait long enough to come ask me on the show every night, which is kind of what this is here for. You know, you need an answer right away. You're like, I ran out of supports. How many supports do I get? Well, we're gonna show you how to access customer care right now, because this is the place that you could go to find all of those answers. So customer care is available to you by going to your profile, and then from your profile, you're gonna go to your main menu again. So you're gonna tap those three little lines in the top left-hand corner, and you're gonna see under privacy policy, it says customer care. You're gonna tap that, and you are going to get to this helpful page. So you got a bunch of different topics, but you can also type in a specific question. So you can say, how can I earn more money, right? Maybe that's a question. Or, right, maybe you wanted to know, how many supports do I get per day, right? So you could type it in, see if it's there. And if not, let's go back, right? We can scroll down to see what other topics we've got. You could report a problem. There's general questions, creator awards. Okay, let's say we have our specific question. Why don't we tap on that chat icon and we can actually ask it specifically. There we go. We could say, hey, how many supports do I get? I'm running out. I'm just curious. And you could type it in there and you could have yourself an answer. So there you go. Because you know what? Sarah clearly doesn't always know all the answers. So maybe test out customer care after this one. Oh, goodness. Who is Chaz? Someone wants to know. Chaz is our executive producer of Display TV. So all this programming that you see, I mean, I don't want to give him too much credit. I mean, like, you know, like I definitely do a fair amount, but Chaz is our executive producer over here at Display TV. And sometimes he steps in as our trivia host as well. Chaz, do you like hosting trivia?
No.
Great. So I'm gonna stay and keep doing that. Speaking of trivia, it's coming up 12 minutes from now for $500, which means it's time for me to give away a trivia answer. Question 8. Do you know it? You definitely don't know it because I haven't even asked you the question yet. So this is how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask you question 8. You're gonna attempt to answer, but this is just a practice question. You don't actually get any points or money or lose anything this time around, just to get you warmed up. And then I'm gonna reveal the answer. And then you have question 8 for tonight's game. So let's see how you do on question 8. Let's get those brains into gear. How many syllables are there in the full name of the medical condition commonly known as TMJ? How many syllables are there in the full name of the medical condition commonly known as TMJ? So you would have to know TMJ. And I don't want to say it too soon, but we know what it is, right? We know like what it is. People don't actually spell out the entire word or words normally because TMJ is much easier to say, but it's like that jaw tension, right? Oof, I know. I wear a mouth guard every single night because I grind my teeth. So if you were to spell out, I mean, technically you don't just spell it, but like sound out the word, how many syllables are there in that one? All right, we got 29% of you saying 5 syllables. We have 46% of you saying 9 syllables. And then we've got 28% of you saying 11 syllables. Okay, so ready? Here's your word. I only have 2 hands. I wasn't sure what to do with them. Okay. Temporomandibular joint dysfunction. That's 11 syllables, friends. Temporomandibular joint dysfunction. Temporomandibular joint dysfunction. There you go. 11 is your answer. Ooh, only 18% of you got that. I'm so happy we gave you that one. That was hard, right? I don't know if I've ever heard the full wording of TMJ. All I hear is TMJ, TMJ. I've got TMJ, but there you go. Now you know the full one. I mean, I don't expect you to remember that, but now you know it has 11 syllables, and you're that much closer to winning trivia tonight. So how about that? All right, but let's say you're like, Sarah, I still don't stand a chance at trivia. Like, I'm not very good at trivia. Well, in that case, you should be posting to display, because that's how you're gonna earn money without knowing all these random bits of trivia. So let's show off some of the original content that I found on this app today. Let's take a look at what we got. So this is from Mihai80. This is Mita Biclista. She was a famous woman from the interwar period. I love me some street art. This is great. Street art around the world. We need a street art community. Does that exist? Somebody needs to make one of those. Okay, next up, we've got Cochise. He says, this still ain't even a dent in my collection. Relax. These are PlayStation 2 games. How about that? Some vintage video games. Love it. Cochise, by the way, was one of our performers on Display Fest, if you tuned in for Display Fest. Next, we got this one from Bay Area. So sweet. Babies sometimes look like they're in such deep thought. Who knows what's happening in those little brains up there? I don't know, right? I feel like babies have so much going on in their brains, but they just don't even know how to simplify it or communicate it. But I bet you there's a lot going through that little head. I love that caption. Okay, next we have this one from Meg1, who says, hiya, beautiful people. Here's my appetizer from dinner last night. Barbecue honey and garlic wings. Delicious. Yum. Wing Wednesday. That makes sense. Wing Wednesday, but today's Thursday. What's the food for Thursday? I guess somebody said we had spaghetti, so maybe it's Spaghetti Thursday. Okay, next up we got this one from Eric Bellinger at the Grammys. Oof, that is a sick green suit. I'm loving it. And you know what? Who needs a shirt, right? I say he didn't need a shirt. He's got the tattoos as his shirt. And he's got a beautiful lady on his side. I wish I could go to the Grammys one day, maybe one day. I love that her eye shadow is matching his suit. That is too cool. Those are couple goals. Eric Bellinger also performed on Display Fest, by the way. It was amazing. All right, next we got this one from Annie Berry, who says, it's lunchtime, some chicken and waffles. Waffle Wednesday. People were really following that alliterative day of the week thing yesterday. I love that. Waffle Wednesday, chicken and waffles. You know, I'm a traditionalist. I like my chicken and my waffles separately, but I would still probably take a bite out of that. That looks pretty good. All right, we got this one from Deborah Barca, who says, the sun is out today in Croatia. Love that fit. Love that blue sky. Love seeing different parts of the world in my feed. So cool. We got our next one is from Maya C, who says, good morning, hashtag dog lovers, hashtag pets are family. Love those spring blooms. I love daffodils. The yellow always makes me so happy. It immediately cheers me up. And I think is that a corgi? Thank you for that. Appreciate that. It's hard to tell from the front on, but I mean, it's got the makings of corgi. Love a corgi. Okay. Then we've got this one from Mariania1, another fit check. I love it. That's cool. That's like a street art garage fit check sort of thing, but she's trendy. I can tell. I'd want to be your friend. All right, and finally we got this one from Kevin2605, Throwback Thursday. Love it. Anyone else get a Throwback Thursday photo up? I hope so. It's the easiest day of the week to find something to post. You can recycle old content. You could dig up those childhood photos. You could talk about a memory. Maybe you have like concert tickets or something you want to, show off, or like a performance, right? You can just talk about like what that meant for you. Throwback Thursday is an easy one. Everybody's got Throwback Thursday photos. So if you haven't already, put one up after trivia. But yeah, we got to play trivia first. So in 5 minutes, we're kicking that off. We got $500 to give away. I'll see you there. Hey everybody, and welcome to an all-new round of Display Trivia live from New York City. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis, and I am super excited today. Why? Well, has anyone else started their spring cleaning? No, I'm not talking about going through all your closets and drawers to find the things that you no longer use, which, by the way, why do we do this in the spring? Like, shouldn't we be running around outside admiring flowers and their whole deal? Like, let's do the cleaning in the winter when we need a reason for staying awake past 6 p.m. because the sun is gone. But no, wait, not that spring cleaning. I'm talking about spring cleaning up big time in this game of trivia. And, I'm not going to spend all this time tidying up and not be thorough, so here are the rules for you. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears on your screen, choose carefully because once you tap, there's no going back. If you get one wrong, keep playing. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi, you're holding your phone vertically for optimal gameplay. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your profile all set up and ready to go. Now, before we begin, we have huge news. Trivia is moving to daytime! Woo! Yes. Well, if you're in the US, okay? Starting April 12th, that's next Tuesday, trivia is moving to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will still be at this time tomorrow and Monday, but starting Tuesday, we will be coming at you from 12 p.m. Eastern, okay? So check what time that is for your city, and we will see you then. Now, a quick practice question to get you in the right headspace. Would you rather make a clean sweep, sweep it under the rug, or win a sweepstakes? Which one? I mean, too much sweeping, not enough vacuuming if you ask me. Like why sweep when I can have my assistant, iRobot, do the chores? Because she's going to eventually take over my apartment and kick me out? And in New York, tenant rights laws agree that that's legal? She's okay, oh my gosh, I'll sweep. 37. Wow, that's changing wildly. 44% of you said make a clean sweep. And yeah, now no more putting this off. Let's put some elbow grease into it. It's time for display trivia. Question 1. The famous sign overlooking Hollywood in Los Angeles spells what? Welcome, slippery when wet, Hollywood. The famous sign overlooking Hollywood in Los Angeles spells what? Welcome, slippery when wet, Hollywood. Well. If it isn't another obvious answer here at question 1. A lot of classics are getting updates these days, so I'm sure that the Hollywood sign is not too far behind. And when it finally does get a revamp, I have a list of things that I think might really work on that hill, okay? Don't text your ex. I mean, that's always sound advice. Ooh, what about treat yourself? Classic quote and good advice. But you know what? For now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't touch it. And look at 94% of you going for broke today. Question 2. The place on social media that displays biographical information is called what? Tab, profile, inbox. The place on social media that displays biographical information is called what? Tab, profile, inbox. Hey, display! You like that we wove that into this question, don't you? Now, do not ask your dad to find one of these or update it, okay? Especially while any sort of game is on. Like, he might be playing solitaire on his iPad, but make no mistake, that man is terrified of computers. Look, Dad, it's easy. Just drag and drop the file. Well, no, use the mouse. No, not an actual mouse, Dad. Use the cursor to move the arrow. No, click it. Click. Dad, click it. You know that book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie and He Keeps Wanting More Stuff? Well, there needs to be one called If You Give a Dad a Flash Drive and He Keeps Destroying Things. A profile is the right answer. And yours better be filled out if you're going to win any money in this game, which 97% of you are getting closer to doing. Well done. Question 3. A new Netflix reality show hosted by Mikey Day asks contestants to determine if items are actually this: slime, cake, alive. A new Netflix reality show hosted by Mikey Day asks contestants to determine if items are actually this: slime, cake, alive. I really feel for the contestants on this new show because it's so hard to tell what things are sometimes. You know, like, I'm always getting stumped. Like, I don't know, CAPTCHA, is that an S or a 5? You know, maybe I could tell if you didn't put all those scribbles on top. And like, what about the CBS logo? Like, is that an I or is it a Muppet going, ah? I mean, I'm not even going to attempt to locate the differences between Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard. Like, that is literally the same actress. But this new Netflix show came out of that social media trend a few years back, and it's called Is It Cake? Display trivia, by the way, it's not cake, but it's a good guess. For 4% of you that chose alive, I'm scared. That would be a messed up show. That would be a messed up show. But 91% of you, well done. Cake it is. Question 4. Which of the following celebrities is known for wearing leg warmers? Olivia Newton-John, Elvis Presley, Britney Spears. Which of the following celebrities is known for wearing leg warmers? Olivia Newton-John, Elvis Presley, Britney Spears. It's a weird accessory, right? You know, the leg warmer. Like, why are the legs the only part that need warming? I mean, I don't mean to intrude on whatever this was, but like, I just thought that I should let everyone know they do make leg warmers that warm your whole legs. They're called pants. Where does the leg warmer get off? Just being a sock that someone forgot to sew the foot into. Like, what function are leg warmers serving that pants and socks cannot already do? Riddle me that. Oh, you can't because we're mid-quiz, that's right. Well, let's circle back after the game. Leg warmers were huge with jazzercise folks. Olivia Newton-John wore them for her song Let's Get Physical, but 91% of you are getting quizzical. Question 5. Amazon Prime's most recent version of Cinderella starred what pop singer? Camila Cabello, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. Amazon Prime's most recent version of Cinderella starred what pop singer? Camila Cabello, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. You can never have too many versions of a classic fairy tale, especially ones with a famous musician as the lead. Which is why I say, why not remake all kinds of classics with modern artists? Billie Eilish's Sleeping Beauty. I mean, I don't know if she sleeps a lot, but I feel like she like poses a lot with her eyes kind of half closed, all sultry. Yeah? Machine Gun Kelly is the prince in that. What, you think he can't take down an evil queen? He's literally named after a weapon. Camila Cabello and Billy Porter star in this version of Cinderella, though, and 79% of you kind of starring in this game right now. Halfway there. Question 6. A type of this gourd produces seeds known as pepitas. Zucchini, pumpkin, butternut squash. A type of this gourd produces seeds known as pepitas. Zucchini, pumpkin, butternut squash. Yum. Seriously. You know, contrary to popular belief, not only birds and squirrels like seeds. Like, they can be pretty tasty in human food too. I mean, half the ingredients on an everything bagel are seeds. And that bagel, ooh, it has everything. You know, and I'm always finding seeds in all kinds of places, like my teeth, and those packets that you shake around in Home Depot and buy thinking that you're gonna start a garden, but then you lose them the moment you get home. Ah, yes. But you know, it looks like someone planted the seed for the right answer in your minds because 93% of you got it. A Cinderella question and then a pumpkin question? Cute. Question 7. All of the following words are examples of the subordinate lap except stressed, desserts, deserts. All of the following words are examples of subordinate lap except stressed, desserts, deserts. Some more. Simo. Simo what? I don't want to see more. I want to see less. That word is too long. A few other things I'd like to see less of too while we're at it. You know, the trolls in my comment section, not on display, not on display. The calories listed next to desserts. The inside of my junk drawer, I don't need to see all that. No way. Subordinate lap is a set of words that when the order of the letters is reversed, takes on a new meaning, aka desserts and stressed. Other examples, God and dog. And here's a fun fact for you. Subordinolap and palindromes are a subordinolap. Crazy. It's crazy. 90% of you got that. Question 8. How many syllables are there in the full name of the medical condition commonly known as TMJ? 5, 9, 11. How many syllables are there in the full name of the medical condition commonly known as TMJ? 5, 9, 11. Does anyone these days not have TMJ? I mean, I wear a mouth guard every night. It's a symptom of stress. And like, we're all stressed, right? I mean, if you're not stressed, I have a question. What? Like, how? Do you have one of those meditation apps just like blasting on repeat? Do you just like walk around with the acupuncture needles in you like all day long? Another acronym that I feel like everyone has these days is IBS. And everyone wants to talk about their IBS, to which I say TMI. Now, TMI is different from TMJ though, yeah, which stands for temporomandibular joint dysfunction. Temporomandibular joint dysfunction. Whoa, and let me just say that I put the fun and funds in dysfunction, right? Which, honestly, if we want those funds, we gotta keep it moving to question 9. 89% of you coming with me. Question 9. The instrument featured prominently in the Careless Whisper riff was invented by a man who played what other instrument? Clarinet, oboe, trombone. The instrument featured prominently in the Careless Whisper riff was invented by a man who played what other instrument? Clarinet, oboe, trombone. I'm imagining this riff. I'm hearing it in my head. Oh, this riff. An iconic riff. Like, I wish you could all hear what's happening in my head right now. This instrument is named after its inventor, which is like a weird level of narcissism. You know, I'll say that it makes it real hard to separate the art from the artist. Speaking of art, the sax riff in Careless Whisper, make that into an NFT and hang it in a gallery. Beautiful. Adolph Sax played flute and clarinet. But you know, I guess deep down, he just knew the people wanted more. And we are so close to more money, especially for the 90% of you who just got that right. It's time for the final question. Question 10. The Roku screensaver designed by Kyle Jones of A City Skyline contains all of the following movie Easter eggs except Death Star, Seattle Space Needle, Hogwarts Castle. The Roku screensaver designed by Kyle Jones of A City Skyline contains all of the following movie Easter eggs except Death Star, Seattle Space Needle, Hogwarts Castle. Roku City. You know, everyone loves a good trip to Roku City. But you know what they say about Roku City? What happens in Roku City stays in Roku City, which is pretty easy because it's small. You can get through all of Roku City in like 3 minutes, but you can scroll through while you finish that phone call with your mother forever. And I have to wonder, like, who runs any of the news outlets in Roku City? Because there is literally so much going on all at once. Like, pretty sure that there's a volcano erupting and also like a giant robot attack. The artist rendering of this imaginary place is full of Easter eggs, right? You've got King Kong, Titanic, Death Star from Star Wars, the Seattle Space Needle from Sleepless in Seattle, but no Hogwarts Castle. Nope, none at all. 80% of you got that final one. Did that make you a winner? If so, shout yourselves out in the chat. I'm excited to see how many winners we've got. Woo, we got one game left this week. You did it. Bravo, you came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you are gonna get paid, especially if you just won. Yeah, if you didn't win, if you didn't answer all of those 10 questions correctly, then you actually don't get to take home any money, but you can come back tomorrow. 470 of you did win bronze medalist, 10 out of 10. I mean, shout out those other scores too. We don't all get 10 out of 10s, right? Bite me, gotta, I came, I saw, I lost. You came, you played, you lost, right? You did more than just see, I think. Ashnor Cower won. Cow Pode got a 4 out of 10. Oh no, Study won. Some of these people, how do you win every single night? Like, do you just like take the rest of the hours of the day and study random bits of trivia? I am so confused how that's even possible. Ravi Footwear 1. Mac Jose got a 10 out of 10. Nunes Wendy got a 6. I'm rooting for you, Nunes Wendy. One day you are going to get it. China Thug out on 10, chose Space Needle. No. Jenny Girl, a win, your third win. How exciting. Maya 2 got a 10 out of 10. Tony 24 Mark got a 10 out of 10. Oof, Capper 7, former clarinet player, out on a sax question. That's gotta hurt. Well done, everyone. Len got a 10. Artsy got a 6 out of 10. It's a D, it's okay. You came, you showed up. Again, we're doing this tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. For now, we got another Monday game at 8 p.m. Eastern, then we're switching it all over to 12 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, next Tuesday. But friends, you don't worry about that. Tonight you rest up, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on display.